They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them, but when they come your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for their calling. They are giving us the CPS a warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess.
Woo!
The Punisher is screaming out.
Here we go, Tiff.
What
do you think?
I love that song. You need to send it to me so I can put it as a ringtone.
That's a freaking movie I love. Here we go. I swear to God, no one calls up there.
Where'd your friend go?
Well, we got him up. We'll bring Herbert up in a minute. I just wanted to welcome everybody to the Tiff and the Punisher show. So you sent me today. You sent me some videos that I wanted to play that we all needed to see first. Is that what it was?
Well, the videos that I sent you the other night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you emailed them to me, right?
Yes,
I
did.
One's from you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah,
I want him to see him.
Yeah, we'll get Herbert out here for that. So guys, don't forget, we have the chats right here. We do the overlay, boom, right there. We got the chats, so whatever you guys want to talk about. I know we were supposed to do Talk Tuesday, but we got a little debate going on here with the 8:30 Herbert show and the Tiff and Herbert get ready to rumble. And if we have to tie these two shows together, we will. But yeah, so this is gonna be a good one. So get some popcorn, get a soda, grab a beer probably, and here we go. I'm gonna get these. Tiff sent these videos up the other night to me, and this was you, right? Let's get Herbert out here. We'll bring Herbert.
Yeah,
out.
that was me.
There's Herbert. Herbert, how we doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Darren? Hello, Tiffany.
All right. So we're not even gonna waste any time here. We got Tiffany sent me some videos the other night, and this was her situation. Wait till you see this, Herbert. You're going to be flabbergasted, I believe is the word.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. Did you send them to me email, right, Tiff? Right?
Yeah, Fight CPS.
Yes. So, Herbert, I've never even seen anything like this other than when I get stopped. To be honest, like this is the craziest damn thing I've ever seen. She's short a SWAT team, I believe, is about all you're short. And they probably were there. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing them there, but I'm pretty sure that they were right around the corner.
Oh, I'm sure they were. They always call for backup when they have to deal with me.
My God, it was terrible. I mean, I'd be scared to give up anything too. I'd be running in the bathroom myself. Watch 3, watch 2, watch.
Those are the CPS ones. Watch those later.
All right, which ones? So I watched this. There's April 9th, April 10th, April 9th, and April part 3 on YouTube.
No, don't do those. Those are the CPS ones.
Okay. The assistant
I sent the go down. We were on air that night. I sent them to you that night.
Oh, okay. All right. So the Navy up a little bit. Don't worry, guys. We really do have our shit together. Share the file with me. There it is. Got it. Pretty sure that's it, right? I hope this isn't a point. No, this is the AVA resolution thing. That's not it, right? No, that's not it. Okay. Hey, Herbert, for everybody that's listening
Yes.
while I'm finding this, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you? Just a hair about you, not a lot, just a little bit.
Okay.
Let
Okay.
everybody know about you.
Okay. They refer to me as Herbert. I've been a law enforcement officer for over 30 years, working for the state of New York. I was on patrol on highways. I did so many years in uniform, and then I became the deputy chief at the university at Stony Brook. And from there, I dealt with all levels of personalities. Interestingly enough, I found that working at the university system was even harder than working with the public on public streets, because at the university you're dealing with supposedly very educated people and professors. So that's higher education, academia. But it wasn't easy in terms of people doing crimes and making arrests, because you have two systems to deal with. One is the judiciary system, and then the other one is dealing with the university student affairs system. So it was kind of a rocky situation there. But I have a very level mind in terms of law enforcement. I don't judge.
I'm sure everybody thanks you.
I don't.
You come into CPS, right?
I don't make any accusations or anything like that. And I was introduced to CPS by my cousin, who told me her granddaughter was stolen. When I heard the word stolen, I was like, oh my God, where, how, when? And she explained to me about CPS. That's when I first heard about how children are stolen by CPS. So I kind of understand the word now, because initially I didn't get it.
Right. So that's
And I've been with the Fighting CPS, Abolish CPS group now for over a year as a sideline consultant. When people have questions that deal with law enforcement or related stuff with CPS.
Yeah, I mean, we've been together for that. Are you okay? All right, Snowville. So what we've got here? Are we
I just resent them, Darren.
I got it.
Okay.
All right. So to no avail, this is what we got to do, Herbert. Wait till you see what goes on in this video. This is absolutely, well, just let it speak for itself. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. There we go. All right. Let's take a look at what happens to Tiffany. We'll do the play-by-play. All right. Now they're at your house for why, Tiffany?
Huh?
Why are they there right now?
They're looking for my grandson and my daughter.
There we go. All right, so they're looking for your granddaughter and your daughter.
My daughter and my grandson.
All right.
Hey there.
Hello.
Sheriff's Office, how are you?
Fine.
Good. I'm Deputy Avery.
Okay.
We're here with Social Services. She's got some questions for you.
Sure.
First of all, what the hell are they there doing that for, right? Let's see if we get Herbert.
Yes.
Yeah, so I talked to my supervisor, and unfortunately, we had to complete the discharge plan. And before I called cops to go down, they told me that you were discharged. So we just I need to come back out and need to fill out the safety plan. So
There's not going to be a safety plan. Okay? I told you that I sit on the Criminal Justice Board for the NAACP, and I've been doing advocate work for 30 years against CPS. If you feel there's imminent danger, I will meet you at the courthouse in the morning at 8:30.
Okay, so if we're not gonna do the safety plan, then we're gonna have no other choice than to bring your grandson into our custody.
Okay, where's your court order?
We don't have one, but
Well-
if we feel that the child is not safe, then we by law are able to bring him into
Okay,
foster care.
well, get a court order. Get a court order, because that's what you have to do. I don't care how many police officers are here. You cannot enter my home without a court order. You cannot take him into custody without a court order. She has Fourth Amendment rights, Fifth Amendment rights to shut the fuck up. I'm her advocate. I'm also the grandmother and her mother. She also has the right to due process. Do I need to keep going?
You do not, but I'm trying
Get
to
off my property.
Okay.
Yes. Can we pause that? That's one of the badassest things I've ever seen in my life.
I'm sorry, man.
Let me pause this for a second, Tiff. Holy shit. I just wanted to watch that again. Tiff,
Go ahead.
that's badass as it gets right there. Herbert, sorry I had to mute you,
Yeah.
buddy, with the dog barking, but holy Christ. That was pretty much, that's textbook how it's supposed. You know what? No, we got to watch that one more time. Hold on. I just want to start from where you talked. This is crazy.
Grandson into our custody.
Okay, where's your court order?
Back it up, please. Everybody out there, this is how you handle CPS when they come to your house. No doubt about it.
Safety plan.
There's not going to be a safety plan. Okay, I told you that I sit on the Criminal Justice Board for the NAACP, and I've been doing advocate work for 30 years against CPS. If you feel there's imminent danger, I will meet you at the courthouse in the morning at 8:30.
Okay, so if we're not gonna do the safety plan, then we're gonna have no other choice than to bring your grandson into our custody.
Okay, where's your court order?
We don't have one, but
Well-
if we feel that the child is not safe, then we by law are able to bring him into
Okay,
foster care.
well, get a court order. Get a court order, because that's what you have to do. I don't care how many police officers are here. You cannot enter my home without a court order. You cannot take him into custody without a court order. She has Fourth Amendment rights, Fifth Amendment rights to shut the fuck up. I'm her advocate. I'm also the grandmother and her mother. She also has the right to due process. Do I need to keep going?
You do not, but I'm trying
Get
to
off my property.
Okay.
And Herbert, look at the amount of cops.
Yes.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4,
12.
5.
There's 12.
It's not done yet. There's 12 there. We're gonna pause this for a second. So Herbert, what at this point, what do you see going on here? Besides an overwhelming amount
Well,
of
it's
force?
okay. It's very unclear from the video because it's not big enough. It's very small.
We need to get you a bigger screen.
I can hear Tiffany
That's
and
all
I
you
can
need.
hear the lady talking, but I can't see anything much.
All right. Well, what you need to hear is all you needed to hear. But
Yeah.
we need to get you
Well,
a bigger screen.
well, I did.
Okay, so Miss Cat says, Tiff, she says you don't always win this way, but you don't always win anyway, right, Cat? Like Tiff, what'd you say? Like you
No.
could be this game is so uneasy, the CPS game, because you can abide by them. Maybe they'll let you have your kids back. You don't abide by them, you don't get your kids back. You may give them back. You know what I mean? They don't have any certains, so there's no way to tell them. By enforcing your rights firmly and strongly, like Tiffany did, I think that shows everybody there that they're the ones that are on blast, not her.
Yeah. Okay. But to me, what Tiffany did was she set up what she wants. I mean, she wants to be feared by the police and feared by, all people involved with CPS, and she accomplished that. Me personally, I think she should have started from ground one rather than go immediately to 10. So, Tiffany, I think by you jumping to 10 immediately, that was just a total
Well,
intimidation.
Wait a minute. It started at the hospital. That's why I said
yeah,
I
okay,
already
yeah.
told you.
Okay, now stay with me. I did not know something preceded this.
Okay, well, let me
I'm
tell you
only going
before.
by-
Wait a minute.
I'm only going by what I see.
Right. Let me tell you what happened. My daughter
Okay.
and the baby were discharged from the hospital, but before they were discharged, a nurse called CPS. Now, 2 doctors saw this baby. Neither one of them called CPS. A nurse went behind the doctor's back, called CPS. I was at home. My daughter called me, said, Mom, CPS is here. I said, I'm on my way. I get back to the hospital. I walk in the room. I said, what did you say? She said, all I said to her was, I'm calling my parent advocate. So I get in there. She comes in here with her little badge. And I said, who are you and what do you want? What are you doing here? Well, we got a call that the baby ingested CBD. I said, okay. So why are you here? She asked me who I was. I said, I'm a parent advocate. So she looks at my daughter and she says, well, she's not a lawyer. If you don't sign this safety plan, we're taking the baby into custody. I said, aren't those voluntary? She said, yes. So she proceeded on my daughter. And finally, these were my exact words. I said, do you consent to my daughter? She said, no. I said, tell this bitch you don't consent. She said, I don't consent. So she leaves and she gets mad and she tells the doctors, there's nothing I can do. The family won't comply. No, we don't comply with CPS. So she brought 12 police officers to my home expecting my daughter, and she got me.
Okay. Now, what was it that, see, Tiffany, I'm a perfect observation of the situation. I saw a videotape. I could see shadows of officers around. And I hear you talking to somebody. That's all I know. So now that you're telling me there's more to the story, meaning it started from the hospital. So what was it that the doctors perceived or picked up on, and why was CPS called?
It wasn't the doctors. That's my point. A doctor, both of them, could have taken this baby into protective custody without CPS if they feared anything. That is a law in every state. Not a police officer and not CPS. Only a doctor. Wait a minute. Two doctors released him. I got that bitch nurse fired the next day for filing a false report.
Yeah. So wait,
anybody that's in the medical field can contact CPS because they're mandatory reporters.
No, that's not what she's saying. She's not saying contact them. She's saying that they can
actually the doctors, two of them could have taken him into protective custody. Neither one of them could put him in protective custody, nor did they call CPS. So when I called the hospital the next day and they pulled up his records and they saw there was nothing in the system, let me tell you what they said. Ms. Wise, I guess we're going to have to retrain on when it's appropriate to call CPS and when it's not appropriate to call CPS. She was fired. Awesome. Nurse Lexi, I hope you're hearing this.
What was the nurse calling CPS for? Why was the nurse calling CPS?
I got the whole report because the dumbass new CPS worker read the whole report. Darren, you have it. The nurse called and said she had an 18-month-old baby in her hospital room, stoned off his gorge. There were no drugs in the system. So how can he be stoned off his gorge?
How was the nurse able to determine that the child was stoned?
Exactly. That's why her ass was fired.
Okay, so she was fired. Now, now she was fired because the doctors themselves, they didn't find anything wrong with the baby. Am I correct?
Correct. They released him.
Okay. But the nurse took exception and said that the baby was stoned. Am I correct?
Yes.
And then that same nurse decided to call CPS. Am I correct?
Yep.
And then CPS came to the hospital to try to take the baby?
Yep.
No. Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes, they did. So and we walked out.
Okay. So then you walked out because CPS was trying to take the baby.
No, we walked out. We walked out because he had discharge papers and we walked out.
Okay. Okay. So you walked out because you had discharge papers and you had the right to leave. Correct? Good. Now, when you got home, what length of time from the time you left the hospital to the time the 20 police officers showed up at your house?
15 minutes.
Good. So then that's obviously as a result of CPS and that nurse would prompt the police to go to your house.
No, CPS called. I got the police reports too.
So
CPS
CPS called.
called, and her exact
Yeah.
words were, "We are not happy with the findings from the doctor. We need police to back me up."
Okay, so we're not happy with the nurse is saying that she's not happy with the
No,
findings of the doctor.
CPS said that.
Okay, that CPS says we're not happy with the findings of the doctor. So and then the doctor never called.
Nope,
Okay,
neither one of them.
that tells me. Okay, so there's a problem right there with the system. Right there's a problem because the doctor who's in charge of the nurse never made any kind of complaint against you or against your daughter, with your granddaughter or grandson, whatever,
Nope.
with your grandchild. Okay, so now CPS shows up at the house and they say they don't have no warrant and they don't have anything to come into your house. Am I correct?
Yeah, she said, if you don't sign a safety plan, I'm taking the baby into custody. And I told her, well, you're not taking the baby into
No,
custody.
you don't have to, but you don't have to sign a safety plan. You were right to say, I'm not signing a safety plan.
That's right.
Yeah, you were right to say that. There was nothing wrong with that. So now, as a result of that, what was their claim to fame? Were they trying to claim that the child was in danger?
Oh, well, you need to pull up the sergeant one now. Oh, no, that's what she was claiming. Oh, my God, he ate CBD gummies. The cop said it doesn't matter. They were released from the hospital.
Yep. Which one is that on this one? Is that just further down, right? Further down in the player?
Well, you can play a little bit more of this one because this is where I tell them all that they need to get a lesson in the Constitution and all kinds of shit.
All right.
For some reason, Darren, my screen is like a third of a screen of the whole show. Why is that?
Phone.
No, I always use a phone. So my screen's a third, so I'm going to go out and come back in.
Is that better?
Nope, it's the same. I'm going to go out and come back in.
All right. Well, I'm going to play this while you do that.
Okay.
All right. Hurry up, Herbert.
Now watch what they do now. Watch what they do.
I know. It never is, though.
You have a nice sign up and everything, says what?
It's a garage or
He just said that my garage doors were locked. Now, how the hell does he know?
Why was he scoping your garage door out anyway?
He was trying to get in the house.
What do we do next?
That's breaking and entering, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just informed my team that she's not cooperating, and so we're going to have to remove him.
No, she didn't.
What's Grandma's name?
Okay.
Tiffany Wise.
That cop's contemplating it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's getting ready to run my name.
Sade.
This is illegal.
What's her last name?
No crime.
Charconas?
You can go a little bit forward because I come back out.
I'm just curious. Do they talk a little bit here about this? Because I'd like to hear what they are saying here.
Oh, well, go ahead.
All right.
318-4, choosing route. Okay.
So they're sending another unit.
Told ya.
You hear that cop doing that? He's nervous. He knows that they're not doing the right thing here by doing this.
Or
Disregard them. Okay.
Did you just say disregard them?
I don't know.
Fast forward a little bit here.
Yeah, she knows that.
When is it that you come out, Tiff?
I don't know. You have to watch for it.
Okay. That's a nice neighborhood.
Yeah. Just all out there looking stupid.
Yeah, they literally are sitting there doing nothing, aren't they?
Yeah. Trying to figure out how to get in my house.
They don't even have any volume on there. They're still doing something. Nothing.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Running all my tags.
19-year-old male. He's at the residence now.
More sheriffs.
that's going to be a handful too. Yeah. The mom is.
410-415 also. He doesn't.
It's in a similar fashion of this.
It's reference to brandishing that happened in the city.
The old one that was just out there?
Yeah.
The old Bill Lane?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah.
Mom's not very nice up there.
No.
Mom's not very nice.
Who,
Depends on whose side you're on.
and this is
Oh, that's where I'm talking to the sergeant.
She is not, no.
CPS, child support, and the family.
Correct, she said she
That
doesn't
all
do
this
it.
shit needs to be removed. Because if you all take an oath to uphold the
You can play the sergeant so he can hear what's going on.
looking for my daughter.
All right, where's the sergeant at?
It was the second one I sent you.
All right, did you resend it to me today?
Yes, I sent it to you while we was on. What Herbert was talking.
Okay, so I got that one and I got this.
Wait a minute. They use you all for backup.
He's trying to tell her that she's right.
he is.
He's trying to tell her you're right, and we're about to leave, but she just wants to keep educating him.
That's exactly what's happening.
It reminds me that you all took the oath.
She's giving one here. Like, yep, we're leaving.
Okay.
We're leaving. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny till the district attorney called him.
Now into this one, right? I got.
Yeah, that's the sergeant.
Okay.
Look at all the cop cars.
Holy shoot! That's just crazy. Look at them all. That's insane.
I don't know where she's at.
cannot force her, right? Because then you're taking away her free will. Do you read it? Look what it says. Can you see it? Can you see it? Show her. Please show her.
Okay.
Do you need to read this? Do all of you need a lesson in the Constitution?
Can I talk to you, or are you just gonna yell at me?
I'll talk to you by yourself.
All right.
You know that dude's sweating in his boots right now.
Are you Grandma?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what's going on today?
Look,
I'm Sergeant Smith, by the way.
I'm Tiffany Wise.
Okay. So what's going
Like
on
I
today?
told her, you cannot force somebody to give up their... Do you see this? I'm not playing. I sit on the NAACP board of criminal justice for a reason.
Okay.
I'm also an advocate for people like my daughter. My grandson ate some CBD gummies, okay? No THC was in them, straight CBD. They were mine. I take them for anxiety and back pain because I have a lot of anxiety because I deal with this.
Okay.
So she was getting off work. I called her. I said, we need a call. I said animal control earlier, but that's not what I meant. I meant the CDC. I said, call the CDC. Tell them there's no, I'm so mad right now. THC is straight CBD. So she did, and they said, well, take him to the emergency room. I'll call ahead.
Okay.
So I said, let's go. So we went to the emergency room. They ran all these tests on him. He's fine.
What type of? Do you know what type? They take blood or urine or something?
They took blood.
Okay.
They hooked him up to an EKG machine, breathing monitor. They hooked him up to all this shit.
Okay.
The baby's fine.
Was he discharged?
Yes.
Okay. So y'all just didn't. You didn't leave, right? Without.
We got discharge papers.
Okay. Okay.
So CPS, I don't care how you look at it, one of the reasons I'm meeting with all these delegates and the Attorney General and all these people is to change their policies. Okay? That's why I'm on the board. I'm going to meet with Wendy Gadias tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, and don't think I'm not bringing this case up.
Right.
Because this is why this shit needs to be reformed. The police department, CPS, child support, and the family court. That all this shit needs to be reformed. Because if you all take an oath to uphold the Constitution, why are you on my property looking for my daughter when you know she has 4th, 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights?
CPS called here.
It doesn't matter what CPS says. They do not have arresting authority. They have no authority. They use you all, wait a minute, they use you all for backup. And you know how else I know this? How ironic is it that my father is a retired police officer, and every time I have an interaction with the police, he reminds me that you all took the oath, or the sheriff took the oath to uphold the Constitution. You're only here for her protection.
Correct.
I know. So why is half of Frederick County and my fucking property, my real property, when I have no trespassing all over it?
If you'd let me talk, I would be able to.
You have to understand my frustration. I've been fighting these people for 30 years.
I understand you're frustrated, but I didn't come up here yelling
I know.
at you.
I'm irritated and I'm frustrated.
I'm letting you vent, but you need to let me speak my turn, okay? So as you know, CPS brought us here because we are their security.
That's right.
Because people get pissed off, sometimes they get assaulted and things like that.
I'm not gonna put my hands on anybody.
Well, they don't know who you are, okay? They don't know who anybody is when they come up to these types of things. They were concerned because they wanted to initiate a safety plan for you and your daughter and the kid.
That's not gonna happen.
So then they had to talk to their supervisor. I guess they were looking at a possible emergency removal order. I don't know what the process of that is, where they stand with that. But we are not going to enter your house. We don't have a reason to enter your house unless we have an exigent circumstance. If there's an emergency, we can't articulate that there's an emergency going on. Nobody's in there dying. I'm sure you've taken remedies to remove those gummies out of the
stuck them in my purse.
Okay.
And now my
So-
daughter-in-law is scared to leave with her son because she's like, oh my God, Tiffany, what am I going to do? So you're not going to do shit. You're going to sit your ass here until these motherfuckers get off my property. That's what you're going to do.
So we are going to leave in just a couple minutes as soon as I talk to everybody and let them know what's going on. We're going to leave, okay? Now, if CPS decides to get a court order and for whatever reason or whatever other type of authority tomorrow morning, then that's a different story. But
Of course it is.
But as far as right now, tonight, we're going to be leaving in a couple minutes and we're going. Okay?
Thank you. And I appreciate that.
No problem.
And I'm serious. The NAACP president already told her that Sade will be filing a complaint and they are getting involved.
No problem.
That's why I want everybody's name and badge number that's on my property right now, because backup or not, you all know she doesn't have a court order. She cannot remove AJ even if he was here, because there is no more intimate and immediate danger. The immediate danger was when we realized that he ate the gummies and we took him to the hospital. Okay, so it's not like we just sat around here, and kicked it and drank some coffee, because whatever. No, we took him to the hospital.
Right.
So it's not like she was being neglectful. I wasn't being neglectful. He's almost 2. They get into everything.
I understand.
Everything.
I understand.
So I want her off my property, and y'all can leave, because my daughter-in-law is petrified. She said, I ain't going nowhere. I said, well, you can spend the night if they don't leave.
Yep, we're all leaving.
I appreciate it. But you do see that I got my shit.
I understand. I understand.
And if they take it to court, I will go down and I will file another emergency order to have AJ put back with Sade, because I know how to do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
I want everybody's card. That's all I
don't know
want.
if they've all got cards. But
Then start writing names down. Here, you can even use the back of this. I want everybody's name, badge number. I want it all. Ain't this some shit?
Ain't this some shit? All right, so that's where we're at now. Let's take a look here.
CPS hates me already because I know my rights. And
Hold on, let's look. All right, Herbert, what do you think now?
Yes. Okay. Now that I saw that part, I felt that I guess that was a sergeant or lieutenant that was talking to you.
It was a sergeant. The
Okay.
lieutenant was
The
telling
sergeant-
them on their radios to leave.
The sergeant was a perfect Herbert. Absolute perfect Herbert with you. Now, I can understand you were agitated. I understand you were upset. And that's why the sergeant was a perfect Herbert with you. Okay? He listened to you. He acknowledged what you were saying. He didn't give you any lip. He said he's going to have his officers leave. You asked him to write down the names of the officers, because it's true. Not every officer carry cards. So he was in the process of doing that. So I didn't see any problems with that situation. Now, what I want to know is, at what point in time were they pointing flashlights in your house?
Well, he didn't show that part. They were flashing them in my garage, looking to try, and he was jiggling my my door because he said the doors are locked. And that was another thing that the district attorney said. This is unacceptable. Now, they didn't have their body cams when they were going all the way around my house. They didn't have those on.
Okay,
And if they did, they didn't send me the body cam footage.
Okay, at what point did that happen? So I got to get the sequence of things. What point did they start going around checking the doors?
When she first got there, and when I told her to go get a warrant and to get off my property, one cop said, we're not going anywhere. And that's the one, when I went back through that door, I always lock my doors. I locked the door and I came back in my house. That's when he went around flashing the flashlight in my garage, and he tells his partner, oh, the doors are locked. Yeah, stupid. You think I'm going to leave a door unlocked with the police outside? No.
Yeah, okay. So, number one, I don't know why the officer attempted to enter your home when there was no reason to enter your home.
That's
But
why
those were the officers. Those were the officers before the sergeant rolled up. The foot officers were the ones who were checking with lights around the house and everything and checking your doors. There was there was no need to do that, because even if they found an open door, they didn't have the license or privilege to enter your home.
I took these videos to a civil rights attorney, and his exact words to me were, Miss Wise, you don't have any damages. I believe you took them to school, but your daughter does.
Yeah, you personally don't have any damages, but I'm sure your daughter will have a case.
Oh, I'm sure she's got some too. No doubt about
Sure, sure. And I do understand that your level of dealing with these matters are very heightened. I hear that. And when I deal with heightened people, you go high, I go low. So if I was there, I would have talked even softer than that. I would have been like, okay, all
And you
right,
know what I would have
blah,
said
blah,
to you?
I would.
I would have said, do not patronize me. That's what
I'm
I
not
would have said to
patronizing
you.
you.
But
No,
that's what
I'm
I
not.
would have said to
I'm not.
you.
No. I'll tell you what patronizing you would be. Patronizing you would be like this. Ready? Okay, so we're gonna get off your property. As soon as we finish this, then we're gonna leave. Okay? You want us to do that? We're gonna leave at that point in time. That would be patronizing you.
Yeah, there'd have
That
been
would
a
be
fist fight.
patronizing you.
There'd have been a fist fight
No,
because
no,
you
no,
ain't gonna
no,
bring that shit to my front
no,
door and think I'm
no.
not gonna
But
react.
see, why should I? But why should I yell at you? There's no need for me to yell at you.
All right.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna talk
so
soft. I'm gonna talk
right.
slow, and I'm gonna talk nice and relaxed, because I
Right.
realize that you are upset, and you have the right to be. And I'm letting you know you have the right to be upset. I would be upset if I was in that situation. That's how I would talk to you.
Well, look,
And you
I
notice
got.
you changed. I don't know if you noticed or not, but you changed your tone as soon as you said, "I'm not talking to nobody else but you." When you
I did
said that,
change my
I'm not
tone.
going to talk. No, you did
All
change
right.
your tone.
All right,
You
guys.
changed your
Okay.
tone as soon as you were with the police officer.
Well, when
You
he
lowered your tone. You
his
did.
little
I
report,
watched.
when he wrote up his report, he said, when I talked to Miss Wise, my badge was my badge of authority. So, of course, that pissed me off. So, I had to let him know that
Wait,
nobody
wait, wait,
has
wait, wait,
authority over me.
wait. When he wrote up the report, what about the badge?
He said, when I was talking to Miss Wise, my badge was clear. I had something about his badge of authority. And I had to let him know, no. You need to read the Virginia Constitution, my brother, because it says that the property owner is in complete control of their property, not the police.
Okay, but
In
see what?
fact, wait a minute.
Okay.
In fact, my own father has told me, you can tell them to get the fuck off your property if you did
Yes,
not call them.
yes, that's correct. That's very true. But see, unless I can hear exactly what the reading was, I can't make heads or tails out of the badge thing.
Yeah, he let them know that he had his badge of authority, that he showed me that he was a cop. I don't get, let me tell you something. And I told the prosecutor this too. I talk to everybody the same and I treat everybody equal, but you bring that shit to my front door and it's game on. Because I don't care if you're a judge in a black
Okay, wait.
robe,
The person,
wait a minute, a
the person. Yeah.
prosecutor, or a police officer or a bum in the street. We are all created equal. You
Okay.
will not bring that shit to my house and think I'm not going to come out.
Okay,
All right.
but which police officer did that? Was it
The
another
sergeant.
officer, or was it
No,
the
that
sergeant?
was
So,
the sergeant.
so, so the sergeant made some kind of remark about his badge of authority, but you don't recall exactly what he said.
Now I have to go get his report because
Right.
I did a Freedom of Information
Okay,
Act
we'll do
that
that.
night
We'll do
for
that.
their
We'll
body
do that
cam
another
footage.
day.
Huh?
Tiff, hello, Tiff.
Yeah,
We'll do that another day. Another day. Another
that's
day. You
fine.
could. I like to hear it. Yeah, yeah. But so far, from all that I've seen and all that was going on, I thought things were handled okay. One of the reasons so many officers there is because officers respond to scenes, and you have a person that's heightened the way you are, and guess what? That heightened person pops up with an AR-15
Well, guess
and
what? Guess what?
start popping caps.
Let me tell you something. Anytime they deal with me, they bring back up because they know I'm not playing with them.
I
I
know,
had
but see,
one
they don't know
cop.
how far you. Yeah,
Well, let me tell you
go ahead.
something. I had
Go
one
ahead.
cop come to pick up my son for getting in a fight because the person lied and said the kid was 18 when they were both 17. I told him to
Yeah.
stop playing motherfucking peekaboo and bring his ass into my driveway. He gets on his thing and said, I have an irate mother here. I need backup. I said, well, I tell you what, buddy, you better bring the National Guard if you think you're taking my son out of here. I said, he came out of my body. That's not the word I used. And I know how old he is, and he's not 18. I know they left
And with the situation with your son, why did the police want to go after your son?
because he got into a fight with another kid, and the parents called and said that my son was 18. My son was 17, and so was the kid that he hit.
Well, what does the age got to do with the fact that the parents called about your son being in a fight? I guess the police
Because
wanted to interview your son.
anybody in the state of Virginia who is under 18 and anybody over 18 that assaults somebody under 18, it's a felony charge here. I guess he froze.
I guess Herbert's out. Herbert.
There he goes. You froze. What did you say? You froze.
You scared him, Tiff.
I didn't scare that man. That man could take me down with the leg
Okay,
sweep.
Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany, it wasn't your fault, but I was
You're breaking up.
losing connection. Yeah, I know. I was losing connection. Um, but I'd like to talk to you about that another day, about that
Oh, it's
situation.
over.
But
My
from
son's
what
in
I
his
saw
30s
you,
now. Listen to me. There is one thing everybody knows about me. I will handle my business, and I ain't afraid to go to jail either.
okay. So from what I saw, I could only see that you were in your right with the hospital situation, the fact that you got discharged, and all of that. And the police, you really should have paid more attention to what the hell was going on. And that, in other words, they were judging you based on your heightened voice. That's what they were basing it on, and not the content, and not the content that was.
Herbert,
See, they were,
Herbert, they already know who I am. They've had enough interactions with me to know that I am not playing their fucking games. And if you bring this shit to my front door
okay.
without the proper paperwork, that is what you're going to get. They already know. They pick straws when they got to come to Tiffany Wise's house. Trust me.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If I was a police officer in your town, I would be the only one coming to your door. I would come every day, all day long.
You better have paperwork
Because
when
see,
you
what I'm
come.
doing is no. It may not be a paperwork situation. I may have to just call and come and talk to you. But you see, a lot of police officers, they don't know how to differentiate between a person talking very heightened and listening to the content of what the person is saying. So what I did was I turned off your volume, meaning you were talking loud, 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 fast, fast, fast. I turned that off and I started listening to the content of what you were saying, not the way you were presenting it. In other words, I wasn't listening to how it was being presented. I was listening to the content of the presentation. A lot of police officers can't do that. They listen to, I'll tell you how they listen. They listen to color. They listen to, oh, is this a black person, a Hispanic person, a white person? They listen to color, number one. They're not
Well,
listening to
that's funny.
content.
Well, that's funny because let me tell you what would have happened if my husband went out there and did that. My husband is
Oh,
six
boy.
foot five, dreadlocks, black. They'd have shot him.
Yes, yes, you got it. That's my point. They're not listening to content. They're listening to what they see. And I can't tell you as a police officer how many times I got pulled over for no reason. And then I shocked the hell out of them with a low tone when they want my license registration. I didn't brandish my shield. My license is with my shield. So as they got their flashlight flashing in on my car, they're like, "Oh, you on the job?" I said, "Yeah." And I'm gonna give you my license because you asked me for it. They're like, well, okay, well, you're on the job. And I said, no, you stopped me for a reason. So here's my license. Go ahead and do what you got to do. You see,
I
because
even
I got profiled because I'm black, but they didn't realize I was a ranking police officer. I have a gold shield.
well,
I don't have a
trust
shield.
me,
Actually, I'm
only
gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Let me walk away for a second. I'm gonna show you my shield.
okay.
I didn't see this episode going this way tonight.
Huh?
I said, I didn't see this episode going this way tonight, but I'll take it. Textbook CPS maneuvering right
Okay.
here.
Okay, I'm back again. Let me see if I can get it so you can see it. How do I do this?
Oh yeah, I see it. I
Okay, and
see
then
it.
here's my ID, and this is my ID.
Right?
So it's a case. It's like a oh,
Yeah,
hold
my
up high.
dad's got
There you
one.
go. There you go. How's that look? Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I do is I keep my license back here in the back part, and when I get stopped and pulled over, I'm not brandishing this, but they can see that. They can see the department I'm in. They see my ID. It says deputy chief. It says retired. And the purpose of the ribbon across the shield is in honor of officers that have passed away. And I have that on there also. Then they act differently. But initially, when they pull me over, I know why they pulled me over, because of my color.
Herbert,
Because I know what I did or didn't do.
Herbert, I don't think you really
Yes, ma'am.
understand. I am my father's daughter, okay? So I don't just
Yes,
talk
ma'am.
this way to the police. I have literally told judges that I would sue them and I would leave
Yes,
their
ma'am.
courtroom in the middle of this to go call a civil
Yeah.
rights attorney. Because I had one
Yeah.
judge say, "You're gonna cooperate with CPS." I said, "No, I'm not." She said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No, I'm not." "Yes, you are, Miss Wise." I said,
Well,
"Okay, you will see." And the next time when we went, CPS jumped out. "Oh, Miss Wise," I said, "You're right. And I told you, Your Honor, that I wasn't going to cooperate. And if you don't dismiss this case today, I am going to leave your courtroom and I'm going to go call a civil rights attorney. Swear to God. I'm going to give you what you want, Miss Wise. Case dismissed." Yeah. Yeah.
yes. Yes. Because
Wow.
they're judging you on what they're looking at and hearing, but the content of what you're saying.
Oh, she heard me
That's
loud
a,
and clear. She heard me so
no, she
good.
can hear
She
you.
won't even
Yeah,
listen. She won't even hear
yeah,
a case with my name on it anymore.
yeah. Because she's afraid of you. You made your point. You made them afraid of you. But you see, if
I
I
did
was a
to
cop, I
three
wouldn't be
judges.
afraid of you.
3.
If I was a police officer in your case, I wouldn't be afraid of you. I would listen to the content of what's
Listen to
coming out of
me.
your mouth.
Listen to me. I don't want
Yes,
anybody
ma'am.
to be afraid of me. A scared person will kill you. But let me tell you what
Yes,
you're not going to do. You are not going to take away any of my rights. I am not waiving them, and you will not disrespect me.
that's correct. I agree with you. So I'm not fighting against you. But now, Tiffany, if you did something that broke the law, then I'm taking you to jail.
Oh,
There's no
I'm not
R in
kidding.
law.
Honey, listen to me. I've literally done shit when the cops come. I just walk out my front door and put my hands behind my back. I read myself my own Miranda rights. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, I'm the daughter of a police officer. I get it. And I don't talk to anybody.
But the thing is, if you didn't break any laws, there's no need for me to arrest you.
Well, I
You're
will
good,
tell you
Herbert.
this. I told both prosecutors when I took my video in there, one of them was like, oh, we tell our officers if there's not a removal order or a warrant to enter that house, you better not go in. So I told them, you both
Yeah.
know me. One has known me for
Yeah.
25 years. The other one has known me for 5. I said, so there's going to be a point in time where I'm probably going to be arrested. So just know if my name comes across your desk, you two, whoever's desk it is, you come and see me because I ain't talking to nobody else.
I understand. And I think I would be one of the officers, if I was there, that you would want to talk to me.
Maybe, Herbert.
Because I'm listening to the content of what you're saying and not the way you're saying it. I'm not
Okay, so
concerned about how you're saying it.
listen, if you ever arrested me, I'm
Yes.
invoking my 5th Amendment right to shut the fuck up because I know whatever I say can and will be used against me. Absolutely
That's
not.
correct. That's correct. But you know something?
Guys, you know what?
I just want to say one thing, Darren.
Yeah.
I don't have to read you your Miranda unless I'm going to interrogate you. If I'm not going to interrogate you, I don't have to read your rights.
Well,
But
that's for a whole nother
everybody
episode.
listen to me. Even though he's saying that, do not talk to the fucking police. Period.
That's correct. That is 100% correct.
And
Yep.
I'm
Do not talk to
Jennifer.
Don't
Do
talk to
not.
me because everything you say will be held against you in a court of law.
And I
So
like Herbert.
don't say nothing.
And I'm telling you, as Tiffany was, if he ever arrested me, I would not say anything other than because your silence, you hear this, your silence gives consent. All you say is, I'm invoking my 5th Amendment right, and my expression is to shut the fuck up, and that's what I'm doing.
That's correct.
All right, guys.
That's
Thank
very
you guys
good,
very much
Tiffany.
for tonight.
Very good.
Stay on,
I
Herbert.
look forward to speaking to you again. Okay,
Thank you,
Tiffany.
Herbert.
Okay.
Systems, honey, justice. Coming up. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them, but when they come your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do.